What's up, Reapers? Welcome back to the crypt. I have more tunes I've been jamming recently. Been watching a lot of Metal Trenches rankings of bands' discographies. I'm wearing merch I got when I just saw Kettle Decapitation, and Immolation. I actually have the long sleeve on my bed from Immolation, but I got this, and the back says 1,000 times decapitation. I actually got two of these. Got another one for someone. Not gonna say who, cause I don't wanna ruin the surprise in case he sees this. It was like $6 a koozie, so not bad at all. Also, I wanted a thing. They also had Single Sugabog and Castrator opening. Singer Sugabog were amazing. It was actually nice being able to actually sit down and listen all the way through their set. We were in the balcony, or I was sitting with my dad in the balcony for a lot of Castrator and Singer Sugabog, but I did crowd surf a couple of times. Once during Singer Sugabog and once during Immolation. Because, well, I fucking love Immolation, and I need more from them now. That said, first up, Insomnium with Shadows of the Dying Sun. This is their most popular album for a reason. While We Sleep is, I think, their most popular song. Black Heart Rebellion. Lose Tonight is actually the song that sold me on this album. It took a while to get used to this kind of I guess this style. You got an old advertisement, and I picked this up when I saw them with Enslaved and Black Anvil months ago. I still need to get their new album, which is fantastic. Next three are all from the same band. The fuck? Oh, that was the chair. Yeah, this is Lamb of God, Ashes of the Wake. Everyone knows Laid to Rest. Now you've got something to die for. Now you've got something to die for. Omerta, Break You, Hourglass. Just fantastic fucking album. Next up, this is actually the deluxe edition of their self-titled from 2020. Memento Mori, Reality Bath, New Colossal Hate, Resurrection Man, Poison Dream, Routes featuring Chuck Billy. Fantastic fucking song. This also has second CD of live tracks and then a DVD. I just don't like that you have to slide it in and out. And finally, there's Omens, Vanishing, To the Grave, Ditch. I think Ditch would have been a better single than Omens, personally. That's like one of my favorite songs on the album. Ill Designs, Grayscale. But my favorite song, by far, has to be Denial Mechanism. I know I've shown this plenty of times, but I like revisiting albums, and I like giving you guys more tracks to check out that you may have forgotten about. Next up, I have begun to like this band a lot more than I used to. Amon Amarth, the Great Heathen Army. My favorite will still be with is still with Odin on our side. Get in the ring and find a way or make one are the standout tracks to me on here. I mean, this is a fantastic album. I like that it yeah, does this, and then behind the disc is just more guys. I mean, you can't really expect any less from Amon Amarth. Next up is some icy death metal out of Texas. I know a lot of people loved this album when it came out, and it's definitely grown on me. This is Frozen Soul with Crypt of Ice. I mean, there's so many good songs on here that I can't really choose one. I mean, maybe Crypt of Ice, Wraith of Death, Merciless, Encased in Ice. Twist of the Knife has good riffing or riff on it. Gravedigger. Next up, a lot of people are gonna give me shit for this, but this is the band that basically got me into music, got me into literally rock and even metal to an extent. Motley Crue, Shout the Devil. I actually have a Shout the Devil tour poster. I know a lot of people hate Motley Crue, but fuck you. I like what I like. And, I mean, this is my fucking childhood. And this is actually the original copy. I just, rebought it last year. I bought this version, which does not have some extra tracks this has, and, actually switched the booklet. Because originally it was this, with this disc, but I wanted to get the black one because on Spotify they actually do that with this one where it has the demos on there. I mean, Shot the Devil, Looks Like Hill, Bastard, Red Hot, Too Young to Fall in Love, Knock 'Em Dead Kid, Danger, every fucking song on here. Just, if you guys don't like Motley Crue for whatever reason, I would highly suggest turn your brain off for a moment and just kind of listen to some of the riffing, because I can guarantee you, if you listen to more of the riffing, you're gonna enjoy it a lot more. This is also just my fucking childhood right here. Next up, I was literally listening to this earlier today. This is Nihilist with this self-titled EP. So fucking good. This song is Suicidal. My god. It features Casey Tyson Pierce of, I think, Angel Maker. Next up is actually a very well-known split. I don't know too many people who don't know this. This is the Infirmary split with Aetherium Mortis, or Aetherium Moors. Actually like both sides of this. It's just not split I spin a whole lot. I wish it was on Spotify because this would be a fantastic spin for work. It said going to Ingested, suppressing the boundaries of human suffering. I know I showed this last time. Showing it again. No, sadly I don't have the booklet. Contorted Perception and Stillborn are definitely my favorite tracks, but I mean, Skinned and Fucked, pre-release Fetal Mush, Cremated Existence, Condemned to Rape. This actually has Erotic Depravity as a bonus track because this is the 10th anniversary edition. This is too good. I know I've shown it a ton, but by far it's by far my favorite Ingested release, but I don't really want to say it's my favorite because they're just one of my favorite bands, period. I know that may sound weird or it doesn't make sense to you guys, but trust me, it's so good. Next up, Origin with Echoes of Decimation. I should have known that. Probably my favorite album from them. Staring from the Abyss, Cloning the Stillborn, Endless Cure, Debased Humanity. The title track is a really good one. I know a lot of people are mixed on Origin. I say that this is probably the best place to start with, that or Antithesis, which I do not own. Next up, Meshuggah Immutable. Really good album with a booklet that's on the back of a fucking poster, which pisses me off because I would want to hang the poster if it wasn't if it didn't have the lyrics. Broken Cog, The Abysmal Eye, Phantoms, God He Sees in Mirrors, I Am That Thirst. I mean, definitely not like my favorite of their stuff. I'm trying to remember the album that has by far my favorite song from them, which is Rational Gaze. Obviously there are other ones that I like outside of that track, like ones I just mentioned. Bleed, obviously. New Millennium Cyanide Christ. And the very first track on Chaos Sphere, like Conjugation, it's something like that. Next up, we got some thrash. Switching it up, Exodus with Shovel-Headed Kill Machine. Not my favorite Exodus album, but this is fucking amazing. I mean, Raise, Death Amphetamine, Altered Body, I Am Abomination. Really good tracks, just not my favorite. My favorite is Tempo of the Damned. But I mean, I do like Paul Bailoff the most in terms of vocals. Next up, Cannibal Corpse, Wretched Spawn. Been listening to a ton of Cannibal lately. I like this, where I can just be like, splits in half. There you go. I know there's a DVD on the making of this album. I know I'm probably gonna get demonetized because I showed the art, but I don't want to say demonetized, but yeah, I'm probably gonna get flagged. Decency Defied, Frantic Disembowelment, They Deserve to Die, Rotted Body, Landslide. Really good tracks. Pretty short too. Last three are all bands I mentioned at the beginning of the video. So if you don't like them, just turn it off now. Sanguisugabog, Tortured Hole, Menstrual MV, Dragged by a Truck, Dick Fillet. I'm getting more into Sanguisugabog since then. Not my favorite. Next up is maybe my favorite Immolation album, but I mean, this band just has so many good songs and albums. Atonement. I actually wanted the long sleeve that actually had this art with the tombstone on the back, but they didn't have it in my size. When the jackals come, thrown to the fire, Epiphany, Raise the Heretics. Really good album. When the Jackals Come is one of my favorite songs from Immolation. So next up, Cattle Decapitation, Terracite. If you cannot tell, I am a huge Cattle Decapitation fan. I saw them last year, and that was one of the first more death metal underground concerts I went to, and I saw them at the Shelter in Detroit. And for those of you who do not know why that is a big deal, that is where Eminem actually started. If you've seen the movie 8 Mile, they have him go to the Shelter. It's not actually the Shelter that they use in the movie, because it's actually really fucking small. But where I saw Cattle Decapitation this time was in the upstairs, which is called St. Andrew's Hall. That said, this album fucking rips. Parasitic Adaptation, We Eat Our Young, Scourge of the Offspring, Solastalgia. The Storm Upstairs is one of my favorites. And because I'm feeling extra good today, I'm gonna do one more album that I have been jamming a lot of bands have been saying we love you to Trevor Strnad, and that is what caused me to actually start listening to the Black Dahlia murder a bit more. And I regret not getting into them sooner because I would have loved to have seen them live with Trevor. That said, only album I own from them right now, Nightbringers. I will say that I know it is blasphemy that I am a Michigander and I didn't like Black Dahlia murder early on. Slander me in the comments. That said, I've been redeeming myself, been checking out songs and whatnot. Widowmaker, Jars, Kings of the Night World, The Lonely Deceased, the title track Nightbringers is really good. This is a fantastic album. Great, like, melodic death metal. I don't like how it's packaged because you have to like do that and you have to like yeah. But I I feel bad because I never listened to these guys until after Trevor died, and it is very sad. My favorite bit about that though is all the bands have been, or most of the bands, including Count Decapitation, even said we're going to do this song in honor of Trevor, and I think it was So Nostalgia that they did in honor of Trevor. I've been adding Black Dahlia Murder songs to the playlist. That said, thank you all for watching. Thank you for subscribing, and as always, keep it grim.